It's quite weird. I think it may not be the best wine ever. That's my instinct.
Yeah.
But not bad.
Okay. Good.
Right.
Shoot it.
Okay, are we on?
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome back. So today, because we wanted to bring you a very special video that really comes about once a year,
Yeah.
we thought we'd do it from out here in the blazing...
a really hot. Yeah, it feels like the height of sunshine.
It's so nice.
I don't know if you can really see that today in London it's really grey. It's been raining most of the day. We tried to do something outside, but we're sheltering under a tree.
We're hiding. And we've been slipping over quite a lot because the ground is all algae and sodden.
Really slimy, yeah.
Just what you expect in summer in London, isn't it?
Happy British summer.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Ding ding.
But we do have wine.
Cheers. We have a glass of wine. We're going to talk about a few summer fragrances.
So these are fragrances which we are looking forward to wearing in summer. It's been weird because about 2 months ago around Easter it was incredibly hot and a few of these fragrances I got out and thought, oh, I'm really excited about this. But at the moment it is cold and miserable. But when it gets hotter, these are fragrances
we still wear them.
Looking forward to wear. Right.
You go first.
So we've got 5 each.
Yes.
I'm going to go first. Okay. So the first fragrance I'm choosing has got Civet, Immortelle, and Ambergris.
All the summer staples.
So this is Sex and the Sea from Francesco Bianchi. So we did a review about these when was it? About 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely wowed by these, and I love lots of them, but I decided to buy 2 of these, 2 of her fragrances. One was Under the Skin. The other one is Sex in the Sea, because I thought this really fulfills the criteria of something for the summer which is still a bit sexy and dirty. So I know I've listed animalic ingredients, but this has also got pineapple.
Oh, it's so good.
And mimosa. So mimosa sometimes, I sometimes don't enjoy it. I find it a bit sickly sweet, but somehow she's managed to steer it away from sickly sweets. And when we first did the review, I said this smells a bit like a like rock. You get a stick of rock, which is something in a British seaside, which is this kind of candy thing. But also,
it's salty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of, but there's salty sweetness. There's also some florals in the mid. I think there's some bit of iris and general kind of floral complexity, and there's a bit of dirt at the.
You know what I see when I smell that? I just see a very tanned, long leg with lots of little beads of sweat dripping down.
Yeah.
And a blazing sunshine. That's what I get.
It's maybe
some suntan lotion going on behind
it's
that.
real bright summer, uplifting, really, really happy making. I have actually, as you've seen, I have used a bit of it. So I have worn it in the winter when it's cold, just to really kind of pick me up.
I love that so much.
But on a really, really hot day, I have tried it a few times. It's so good, and it's still got body and integrity and complexity.
I love that, and I think again we should say at the outset, we don't really like the summer. As fragrance lovers, we struggle a bit, and we
do, because I guess
maybe less and less though.
Yeah, I think we're getting better, but generally we struggle with light citrusy things. We still want things which are complex.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm reasonably happy with that.
Either complex or disarmingly simple as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a weird sort of
quality, which you don't always get in the traditional stuff.
No.
What's your first one?
Beautiful. So my first one, I can't decide.
We have to.
That's the trouble. So my first one, actually, I'm speaking of simple. It's something that I'd ignored for a long time, but which I've worn again recently, and I really enjoy now. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just gone a little bit richer in the bottle, but it is a classic from Penhaligon's, reimagined by Bertrand Duchaufour, and it is Orange Blossom.
Oh,
right there,
yes.
Which is very, very beautiful, and it's something I don't really wear all that often. It's kind of Martha's, which is another reason I got it for her. But there it is. I mean, look
at the colour of that juice.
It looks straight out of the sort of 19th century, doesn't it? The design of the bottle. Very annoying thing. These caps are incredibly annoying, and the metal bit gets stuck in there all the time.
I've never had that with Penhaligon's.
It's annoying. But give that a sniff. I think. If you like your Acqua di Palmas and your traditional colognes, I think this thing does a beautiful job of just a simple, clean...
Neroli Orange Blossom.
Yeah.
Just uplifting,
very
happy
bright,
making.
exactly, yeah.
It's kind of a little bit playful as well.
There's some... I can't quite remember what's going on in there, but there are some gentle florals that just dance around, some white florals.
It somehow feels surprisingly modern as well. Can I say that?
Absolutely. Well, he's reimagined it, I think.
It doesn't feel as old as the ingredients or the name or the bottle would suggest.
I mean, there she is, and I mean, really very, very simple and straightforward in its way.
Happy making.
But I enjoy it immensely, and I think you can see how much is gone from that bottle.
It's very happy making, very uplifting.
Yeah, and if you...
It makes me wish it was much hotter than it is.
Have a nice shave.
Yeah.
Throw on some orange blossom.
Evening.
It's absolutely.
Linen shirt.
This is the thing. This for me is very much a nice evening scent. If you just want something gently uplifting.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Right.
So that is orange blossom.
My number 2, and I do not mean poo. So this is a good segue of linen shirt. This is a fragrance where one of the ingredients is his linen shirt. This is one we've talked about before. This is from the House of Strangers. This is Oliver, and this is inspired by the film Call Me By Your Name. And if you watch the film, the whole film is set in this beautiful, stunning Italian villa, which is just by the sea. It's always sunny. There's always fruit. They're eating fruit all the time, fresh apricots, everything, and they're also by the sea, so they have this salty breeze of the sea.
So very picturesque.
This has all beautiful, uplifting, summery things. It's also got a kind of cocktaily vibe of mojito. It's so uplifting and happy making, but it also just has a bit of tobacco underneath to just give it a little bit of body, so it's just not all bright emptiness.
It could so easily become a very heady thing and sort of fly off into the clouds, but there's much more going on.
So complex as well. And again, this is one of the things I sometimes don't like about summery scents, is that they just seem simple, wham bam. But whereas there's a lot going on there.
Is there like ambergris going on in there?
I think there must be, to give it a kind of like salty, a bit of water.
Yeah, I get that lovely salty, sweet something going on.
But there's something
to create. It brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
Sorry.
Very beautiful stuff.
It's like the sun just came out.
Yeah.
In this really cold.
I mean, there's a beautiful. You probably can't see it. There's a beautiful little picture there.
If you bring it back up.
It's sort of it's like a coastline with some beautiful blazing sunshine, and that's really what I get straight away.
But as I said, what I love about it is the fact that it feels a little bit more to it. It's not just sun and sea. There's also tobacco and florals, and it's so happy making. And this is a 30ml bottle, which I can just see if eventually we have some sunshine, I'm just going to absolutely plow through this.
And that's stuff you can wear during the day, and will take you on a lovely journey.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
From Strangers.
Excellent choice.
By
Prin, who we love. He's great. So what am I going to come up with next? This is a good question. I'm going to go a little bit left field here.
We're having a Californian Zinfandel, by the way.
It's quite weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Just feels a bit young, maybe. It's 2017.
It needs 10 years in the bottle to just do the thing that we like. Do you know? Actually, no. I'm not going to go very left field. I'm going to stick with where we are at the moment. We've independently done these choices.
We haven't discussed.
There's no discussion at all. Arun Sawat, another Prin Lomros, and I mean, we love this guy's work, so we make no apology for giving him a double helping here. I mean, this means is beautiful.
It means
good morning, isn't it?
Yeah, good morning, and it is just.
I mean, give that all the sprays in the world. I mean, sorry, what are your hand up? Yeah. But lots of beautiful, uplifting white florals.
It's just happy.
It's tropical.
It's like happiness in a bottle.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous.
You've got some in my mouth, and it tastes delicious.
Sorry, I wasn't aiming there.
Oh, it's
beautiful,
so
isn't it?
bright and uplifting. If fragrance is a colour, this is just bright, shining yellow.
Yeah.
Glowing, like radiating.
And you've got all these big fruity tropical notes. You've got incense in there. You've got mango, which again, bang on the sort of territory that you're wanting to go on holiday to. It's beautiful. I mean, again, crisp white linen shirt, pair of shorts, walk around on the beach with that stuff. You're in a happy land.
But it's also the kind of. I know we're talking about summer video, but you could wear this if you wore this in the depths of darkest winter or in a corner of central London on a grey day.
You totally get away with it.
Pick you up and make you so happy and smiley.
And with all of his stuff, I was just looking there to check a note that I thought that I knew was there. One of the notes he lists is this Oris concrete thing. And you really feel it in the base. It's got a butteriness, and also for me, I get this sort of smell of like it's a slightly different thing, but a smell of hot asphalt on a rainy day.
Yeah.
That weird.
Yeah,
sort of, do you
yeah,
get that
yeah. I know what you mean.
There's an imaginary authors that has a similar sort of note.
Now you say it,
or like
really
slightly
feel like
warm
I smell it,
tarmac or something.
there's something a
It
bit
just gives it some
kooky, isn't
real
it?
interest underneath. Yeah. I mean, just beautiful stuff. Really beautiful.
Great stuff.
Prim Lomros, we love you.
Arun Sort.
And when you consider some of the other stuff he does, the sort of deep, rich Orientals.
Yeah, completely.
The fact he does stuff as well, it shows his versatility.
Right, controversially, my next choice, I do not yet have a bottle, but so this is a video of things we're looking forward to wearing in the summer, and I have paid for and ordered a bottle
It's
of it.
on the way, isn't it?
But it hasn't arrived. I'm watching the tracking, it's not yet here. But it's one we mentioned in our last video, and it's one I really feel has filled a gap in fragrances I own. It is, I've still got the little sample here, it is Mediterra from World of Scents. So, one of the things people lament about citrus dominant fragrances is, well, I lament the fact that sometimes I don't like them when they smell of toilet cleaner, but the thing that people do lament about is that they don't last. So here is a citrus dominant fragrance which lasts all day.
The projection on this thing is enormous as well.
Bitter orange and yuzu with some kind of resonance.
Beautiful.
I think it's a mastic. Which gives us this slightly resinous quality, which I think is a tiny bit like Olbasol.
Yeah.
But this stuff just lasts forever, and the quality, it just smells
You've got to try this.
It's
You've got to try this.
Vivid and juicy, and it's just, it feels like you've just been rubbed in the oil of yuzu.
Yeah. It really does,
It's like you bathe, like, yes, I imagine being like some kind of Roman bath, and I've just had some kind of slave rub my face with yuzu.
That's the dream.
Is that bad?
No, that's wonderful.
That's what.
Do you know, interestingly, you smell this, and if you think of fragrance, as a lot of people do, as a sort of Parisian luxury or a Western luxury, and they think of your summery things like your Bleu de Chanel's, your Millésime Imperials, even your Guerlain classics. It's very easy to think of it as a very Western dominated thing, and this is immediately a beautiful Japanese flavour, isn't it?
Because of you, it's interesting.
Which I think takes it into a lovely direction.
It's inspired by his experience of the Amalfi Coast,
which is bizarre, isn't it?
But it does feel, one of the reasons why I bought it is because it does feel unusual. In that there are so many fragrances which are inspired by the Amalfi Coast, Tom Fords and things like that. And so when I read the description, I thought, oh god, not another one. And when I smell it, it feels so original.
I'm getting more of a beautiful lotus garden in Japan or something with it.
Yeah, it's very, feels strangely spiritual, kind of meditative.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's really good.
So that's my number 3. What is yours?
My number 3. Have I got an honourable mention? Yes, I have.
I think are we going to have enough? Yeah.
So this is something that actually has grown on me, and I've been wearing it a little bit more recently. And I'll be interested to see what Dan thinks on this. First sniffs, I thought, but on skin it warmed up beautifully and just became a very comforting, nice thing. And it's from a house we talked about a little bit called Arran.
Oh yes.
Which is based up in Scotland. And this is something I picked up last year after the rain, which is that juice there.
Amazing. I haven't smelled this, have I?
Lime, rose, and sandalwood. No. I just, it's been stuck in the back of the, I mean, you can see it's stuck in the back of the cupboard.
I'm a big fan of this house, especially for summery things.
Yeah, I mean, that Loch Ranza was so good, wasn't it?
It was really, really high quality. Yeah.
So
good performance, really natural smelling fragrances.
A random story, I was up in Edinburgh last summer, and I popped into the shop thinking, is this the same shop that we've done a video talking about the fragrances? And they went, Wafts from the Loft, which was really nice. I felt like Robert De Niro, but uglier. Squeaky. Give that a little whirl there. So I ended up leaving and getting this and a bottle of Loch Ranza and some candles and some shower gels and things. And the first impression on skin with this was really weird for me, but it warms up beautifully. Quite nostalgic as well.
Yes, very old school.
A little bit Ralph Lauren romance or something.
And get sandalwood straight from the beginning.
Yeah.
Lime and sandalwood.
But it's all,
I didn't get rose yet, but
it's all very nicely balanced for me on skin.
But the lime feels really good quality.
Just a little sharpness, but then
it's very happy
it gets
making.
creamy underneath. Yeah, totally.
I agree. It does feel very nostalgic. It feels.
It's definitely. I wouldn't say it's not original particularly, but it's just really beautifully done of its type.
But also, I mean, how much? What's the
price? Like maybe £15-20, I think.
I think is it.
If I remember, I'm probably not.
We'll
remembering.
put the price here, but they are incredibly
I just got off a train.
They're incredibly good, but that is beautiful. I mean, as say, the lime smells natural.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the title for today as well. After the rain.
Yeah, après l'ondée.
So I mean, we're right there. Let's get a whiff of that. Remind me again.
It's very elegant, very beautiful, very natural smelling.
Yeah. It has that apothecary natural vibe to it, which I've really enjoyed actually.
Beautiful.
Good stuff. Locranza.
Right.
Not Locranza. Aaron.
Something completely different. So one of the things that puts me off some fragrances is that it feels that you can't wear big, opulent, indulgent ingredients.
Which is a lie.
And especially with this fragrance by Dmitry Bortnikov from the House of Bortnikov. This is Amber Cologne. So this is his play on the cologne, the classic cologne, but in a way it's so different. And for me, this just feels like smells like $1 million.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, I mean, this is the kind of
so
colognes
beautifully filthy as well, isn't it?
It's to end all colognes, but it's so creamy, and this is one. I've got a very good friend's wedding, which I'm going to in the summer. And this is going to be the fragrance I want to wear because this will be great on a really, really hot day, but it makes me feel like I'm wearing the most expensive, luxurious oud fragrance. Even though there's no oud in this. There's plenty of ambergris in there, which gives this kind of animalic body to it. But it's the most exquisitely blended, beautiful, beautiful citruses.
Yeah, there's a wonderful salty depth to that, which is so appealing.
Oh, and there's
so
a lot
appealing.
of.
Let's have a look at that.
There's frangipani in it as well, so you do
that's
need.
That's the cakey thing.
Yeah, that's the kind of cakey thing. So you do need to be able to enjoy and get on with white florals, but it just smells absolutely heavenly. And
when I persist as well. Because I mean, once upon a time, neither of us were, especially if you said it's a big white floral thing, we wouldn't have gone for it, would we?
Already there's that little animalic hum to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when I wear it, occasionally you just get it's one of those fragrances when you kind of turn a corner and you get a waft of something. Someone smells amazing. It's me. It just.
I have to say, it's gotten richer in the bottle since you got it as well. I remember when you first sprayed this. I think that's got a lot more depth to it already. I think it's oxygenating and opening up a little bit.
Yeah. And
the quality is absolutely. It shines through.
When you first spray it, especially for something with the word cologne in the name, when you first spray it, you feel immediately you've gone to this rich, broad dry down.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, the cologne thing is such a misleading thing because it's an EDP, and it really has the feel of a luxurious extrait to me.
Yeah. Some people online have said, "Oh, this doesn't last at all." Some people have said it lasts half an hour, and I've got to say, I don't get that. It doesn't last. I've also got Oud Monarch, which is an extrait, which is an oud-based fragrance, which lasts 12 hours. This doesn't last 12 hours, but it does last 5 hours on me. And for something which I'm going to wear in the summer, that does me perfectly well.
Yeah, do you want to smell of the same thing for 24 hours straight? Sometimes it's nice to wear it, let it die down a bit, and you can go back to something else if you want.
In terms of just sheer wonder at the beauty, there are few fragrances I own which compete with that.
Do you not get a lovely lemon meringue pie thing as well?
Yeah, but a really expensive one.
Yeah.
And one which isn't too sweet, just a bit sweet.
A little bit of sweetness. It's definitely not Sara Lee in your freezer. Oh, good stuff, Dan. Really good stuff.
Right, what is your number 4?
Number 4. This is more than this, but it is my replacement for Green Irish Tweed. We talked about it already. Dan has smelt this. Dodo from Zoologist, which I'm wearing more and more and loving more and more and more, even though I've actually slightly scuffed the box.
It's all right. It doesn't affect the juice.
Ta-da! I'm enjoying this so much.
Can I smell it again? I haven't.
Please.
You mind?
The sandalwood in this is the king for me. Oh, you've got all the lychee and the ambergris and the salty the sort of salty marine aspect.
I have to say,
The sandalwood is such a star.
when
in
we
this.
did our video of this, my first thoughts were, this is going to be great for the summer.
Yeah, it's
For
really
something which is
working in the heat.
complex.
It works so well with sweat.
I would love to wear this on a really, really hot
Yeah.
day. I'd love to wear it.
I've fallen head over heels for it, really. Joseph to that. And it's a fougere, so, you know, automatically I'm drawn to that kind of fragrance.
Yeah.
I love a good traditional fougere. But I mean, just reading the notes here, I hate reading notes off boxes, but like in the top, fern, lime, lychee and raspberry.
You definitely get the lychee. That's the kind of big thing.
It has this beautiful sort of slightly sour fruit, sweet thing going on. And then you've got everything, these musks, oak moss,
Beautiful.
and the sandalwood I think is wonderful.
Yeah. As I say, when we both said this, the first time we ever tried it was in a shop. We weren't wowed by the first spray, but we walked away, and as it developed on our hand a few hours later, we both sent each other messages saying, oh my god, this is actually really good.
It just grew and grew and grew. And they have other great things, of course, for the summer, like hummingbird and macaque and all those guys.
But this is just
Also-
a little bit more body, and it also
Yeah.
it's a fougere, which is not necessarily something you think of for the summer. You think of something bright and citrusy. So this does have a little bit more.
It's already sort of punching above its weight. But for me in the summer, I want something that's going to, bearing in mind how quickly things evaporate, I want things with more body. And I want things for a summer evening as well, when the heat has dissipated.
Yeah.
And you want something that keeps you warm and keeps you in that mindset.
Right, my last choice.
What are you going for?
I have bought a few options, but I've been thinking about it. And I am going to go for this. This is something that when we did our Guerlain video, I lamented my lack of. And so rectified. So this is not a new release.
Yes.
This is a fragrance from 1974. This is Eau de
This is
Guerlain
great.
by Guerlain. And this is one I walked into shops for ages and smelled and thought, oh, I need to get that. But this is one I'm going to wear loads in the summer, and I'm so pleased that I originally have. It's one of the few fragrances I own which I really feel is an out-and-out cologne style fragrance.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think this is the best men's cologne
yeah.
you can get if
And
you're
I've
wanting
said
the
so
real
many
stuff.
times. I mean, I guess there's hints of Eau Sauvage, but so you get the opening of lemon and lemon verbena, and I've said so many times that I hate lemon, but this is lemon done so well. I get hit of lemon sweets, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me, one of the things that put me off about this, whenever I tried it before, I tried it in the shop, and I thought, oh, after half an hour, this almost disappears. I'm not going to buy this. Whereas, and now I own a bottle, I realised that was wrong. It's the lemony top which disappears, and what it doesn't completely disappear, but what you're left with is this minty Provençal herbs melange, which is definitely the best bit. And the other day I had an evening shower at about like 8:30, sprayed it. The next morning at 7:30, I could still smell that herby, minty, beautifulness.
It's really wonderful.
And it feels so elegant and sophisticated, and
I actually love what Luca Turin says about this, which is that Eau de Guerlain is to cologne and to citrus what the mandolin is to the average guitar. It's so much more detailed. It's so much better done. It has so much more to say.
I thought you were going to say tiny and hilarious.
No, but it's just got so much more class in every aspect. It ticks the boxes in every aspect of classically structured perfumery.
So classy. Oh, I love it.
And you know what? It might be relatively fleeting, but colognes are. They're meant to be invigorating and capturing.
But the dry down isn't. This herb.
No, like you say, it does
really
go,
is.
doesn't it?
And I'm gonna wear the shit out of this.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful stuff.
I love it.
1974.
Yeah.
And still going strong. Well, Guerlain, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Right, they're my 5.
So my 5th one is not a summer fragrance at all. I bought it today, but I've been wanting it for a long time. Dan and I smelt it way back. And I think this is something, I'd like something quite punchy in the summer on those certain days when it's not roasting sunshine.
Like today.
Yeah, like today, that you can wear of an evening and you know will be with you 24 hours later, just morphing into all sorts of different things. So today, I have brought Hyrax. This is not a traditional summer fragrance, but bear with me because I think you'll enjoy it. We're going to open it up, we're going to have a smell.
See, I didn't know So you bought that today?
I got this today on the way here.
So I didn't think Bloom.
They've just got it like yesterday or today, which is why I went, because I wanted to see if I could pick up a bottle.
But this does smell of a hot, arid desert.
This is the thing, like El Erde Desert Marocain, Lone Star Memories, which I had last year.
This for ages, I remember.
This thing here is.
So I'll let you. I won't.
Go for it. No, first spray.
No, it's your.
Okay,
It's your.
Oh, see, for me, for a hot summer's evening, that is absolutely magical. Hot, pissy stones in Africa.
I mean, actually, it really is. I know we can say pissy and it's aromatic, of course it is, but this hot baked stone.
Isn't that good?
That's so happy making. Yeah. That's so beautiful.
I just think that's so fantastic. I knew from smelling it last year, or even maybe further than that, I knew that actually it would really work well in the heat. It's one of these things that will, with your body chemistry.
I can definitely, especially on an evening, I can really see it working.
Totally. And it's got lots of quite bright, uplifting stuff in the opening. You've got raspberry, you've got pink pepper. It's hugely energetic, isn't it?
Like, it's really alive.
It feels a bit dangerous, as if it's just happened. You know, this think of this really red hot rock that's just absorbed thousands of years worth.
Such a brave of
pissing and
Sven Pritzker, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, we smelled some of his other things, didn't we? And it's a mixed bag of things we have, if we're honest. That we liked some, others we weren't massively bowled over with.
But this is still,
this
for
thing
me,
I love.
is the winner.
Yeah. I love that peppery spice at the beginning of that. It is so bracing and vibrant and energetic.
Oh, that's such a good choice.
Isn't that good?
Amazing.
But I knew I had to have it. I almost brought in Colonia Essenza, which would have been another option.
That's quite different to this.
Very, very different thing altogether. But it was on my radar as something, and various cologne type things and citrusy things.
But actually this,
when you need something. Or even on a baking hot day, I'd like to put that on and just see what happens.
Amazing. That's such a good choice.
So, Alex, I'm so glad to have it now. And
right,
there's lots more coming out with from Flora, to keep an eye on.
So those are our 10. Those are our 10 fragrances.
10 great choices, I think.
I have to say those. I wanted an honourable mention because I suggested to Joe that we try and do 10 new fragrances from our list last year.
Yeah.
But if I did that, I wouldn't be true to the fact that actually the one fragrance I most enjoy wearing in the summer is Pegwell Bay by Hakel's.
Which is a masterpiece.
It's just absolutely incredible. It's so uplifting and it's so happy, and I've owned it for a few years now, but it's the one which for the summer, if you want something fresh but complex and invigorating and really, really, really long lasting and natural smelling,
it really hits all the spots.
You just can't beat it.
Can I have a little spritz on my hand? Would that be terribly rude? I've never actually tried this on skin.
It's just
it's just so bracing, that fennel thing. I love
aniseedy kind of quality. Let me smell that.
It really takes you in a different direction.
It's so unlike anything else. It's just I love it.
This is the kind of stuff that, to be honest, Acqua di Parma should be making. This is the kind of boldness that they should be encapsulating. I'd like to try more from Hakel's.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. I've got one little honourable mention, which I have to say is not something that's going to wow anyone, but I've been wearing it and enjoying it, and it's a little nod from a house that I do love. It's L'Homme Idéal by Guerlain, and I know it's a more modern thing, and it's not their usual caliber. It's not the same caliber as this, but I have found I'm often wanting like what people call a dumb reach, or a sort of something just very easy that I can throw on a few sprays out of the shower. And this thing, actually, more and more, I'm enjoying just for the quality of the blend. It is nice. Have we got a little card there?
Yeah, absolutely.
It just, I don't know quite what I'm saying, but it just it just hits the spot. It's pleasing and easygoing, and I like that sometimes.
It is happy.
I don't have to think about it too
uplifting.
Much. Yeah, and it's blended nicely.
Yeah,
it doesn't have any rough edges.
Yeah.
Is it derivative? Is it a little bit generic, perhaps. Yes,
But it is beautiful.
it's really nice,
And for the price,
and I want to keep faith with Guerlain because I love them, and I want to see what else they come up with. But there's something I do need to get, which is the new diptyque thingy bobby, eau de menthe. I've tried it a couple of times on skin now. It's really good.
summer banger.
Yeah, on card not so much, but on skin. So yeah, a little honourable mention.
So those
there.
are our 10 plus 2 fragrances for our summer selection.
Nice
So
selection.
please comment below and tell us, especially if you've watched this list and you've you kind of see what our tastes are, and you think we might have some gaps which we can fill. Let us know.
Or if you think that's a terrible choice, what about this instead?
Yeah, let us know.
Chuck stuff at us. Yeah, we're keen to know and to learn.
But until next time, happy sniffing.
Bye.